name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, sitting here with the Big Skipper. He's definitely a chiropractor because you have been straightening a lot of people's bankrolls out over the last couple of weeks, haven't you, Skip?
I've been straightening bookies out. I've been straightening folks out that bankrolls have been maybe slipping a little bit, probably not due to their, their mistakes. Probably got some bad information from someone out there that was throwing darts with their money.
Oh, yeah.
However, give me a call and I'll straighten it out. I'm very, very good at straightening things out, as you know.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. And we highly recommend this. If you call us to make money, you got to be serious. It's like Skip said. The last thing we want you to do is call us, tell us a story how you've been burned. Then we straighten you out, like he just said, get all your money back, and then you run off and don't invest.
Yeah.
We're not looking to get the money back that you lost with someone else and then you run off on us.
Right.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We're looking for long-term clients, but real sports bettors, you're welcome here all day long.
You better believe it. Now, speaking of straightening shit out, Steve, on the way into the office this morning,
okay,
I had one of the fine fucking officers of the Henderson Police Department.
Oh, no.
Sitting on his little fucking motorcycle with his radar gun out. In a nice little residential neighborhood of 25 miles an hour. He decides he's going to pull Skipper over going 40.
Henderson is the worst. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about the police out here, Henderson is the worst.
I mean, well, there's a reason why we're one of the safest cities in America, I suppose. But it doesn't have anything to do with traffic tickets. Me and him had a few fucking words, so thinking of straightening things out, maybe you could straighten his ticket out for me with your with your influences.
I'll straighten that out for you. That's no big deal.
Maybe you could be the chiropractor today and straighten this motherfucker out for me.
Yeah, I'll help you, buddy.
Me and him had a few words.
Ross will handle that, no problem.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. Oh, no, I think our fans want to hear about it. So you get pulled over. Obviously, I know you. You're coming into the shop anyway. You'd rather be at home or going to one of the games. So he pulls you over. You're instantly, what the fuck? Am I pretty close?
I'm actually in the car with my wife and right side. I just picked him up from school. He's got a dental appointment today, and I'm on this road every single fucking day. I know the speed limit, and I know the cop sits there on his little motorcycle every day. It's a fucking speed trap. So, of course, I'm not paying attention. I'm talking to my wife. I'm going fucking like 42 miles an hour. All of a sudden, I see the flashing lights on a motorcycle. He fucking like darts his motorcycle right at me. I mean, literally came at me like a fucking bumper car.
Oh, yeah, they don't give a fuck.
He came right at me and like goes like this.
Yeah, pull the fuck
over.
Pull over.
Yeah, I know what the fuck a light means, dude. Pull over.
I'll pull over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my first day driving a car, right?
So it started off bad.
Speaking of that, I haven't had a ticket, knock on fucking wood, in like 16, 17 years. I've been accident-free, ticket-free. So, of course, I'm a perfect gentleman when he comes up to the window,
But still, right off the bat, if you pull up on me all aggressive like that, like I just ran over a kid or something, I'm going to fucking be a dick right up there.
Oh, he was extremely aggressive.
Fuck you. So what happened?
I mean, I didn't even know if he was coming at me. I mean, he turned his lights on and fucking flew directly right at the front of my car.
And punked you. Pull over,
with his motorcycle, and just goes like this, starts pointing
Doing
over.
15 miles an hour.
Like I just robbed the bank down the street, and he knows it's me.
So you had a good attitude.
At first I did.
Okay.
Right? You gotta be cool up front. Just
yes sir, no sir.
See if they're gonna give you a warning or not.
Oh yeah.
Right? Once you know you're not getting a warning, then you start being a little bit of a dick, right?
Yep.
So, driver's license, registration. Sorry, sir, I drive the street all the time. I know the speed limit is 25. On my way to take my son to
we're fixing it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
on my way to take my son to the fucking dentist, you know what I mean? Should have been paying more attention. My apologies. I haven't had a ticket or an accident in 16 years. Totally my fault. I apologize, sir. It won't happen again, right? Just give me your driver's license, registration, and insurance. I mean, this dude's got fucking straight dick right from right from the get-go.
So you even actually gave the gentleman pitch. Sorry, here's the deal.
Yeah, of course you got to.
Give me your shit now.
Yeah. So then he comes back up to the window, hands me the fucking ticket. Take care of this by June 11th. I said, down here in my beautiful neck of the woods where I live, you know.
When you pay $850,000 for a house, you don't need to be a dick to me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly. That's my point, right? So what I said to him was, I said, listen, there's been 3 fucking burglaries in the neighborhood up here in the hills in the last 30 days. None of them have been solved.
You need to be worrying about that,
I said, how about the guy that came out of the fucking bar the other night that got fucking shot on his way home? Nobody seems to know who shot the guy. That's all right. I said, you got fucking tickets to hand out. Don't worry about it.
So you
oh, fuck, I thought he was going to kill me.
What'd he say?
Oh, he fucking freaked out, dude.
Did he start talking shit? Or
he fucking got pissed, man.
What'd he say?
I said, fuck. I'm like, you know, I understand you got tickets to fucking hand out. Fuck the burglaries and people getting shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Stay focused.
Yeah, you got to take care of that 40 mile an hour and a 25.
Yeah, handle it and sit on your bike all day.
He goes, oh, you're the guy that had your foot on the brake. I said, no, the gas makes the car go, sir. I said, I would have had to have my foot on the brake to fucking go 25 miles an hour. I'd have to be riding my brake to go that slow.
So he thought that you slowed down to 40 because your foot was on the brake.
I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. He goes, I don't make the speed limit, I just enforce it. I said, well, you're doing a hell of a job, sir.
Yeah, good job. Congrats.
Yeah, be safe out there, partner.
Eat a dick. And that's how it ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Thank God it didn't get...
I need you to be the chiropractor, straighten that shit out later.
I got you. No problem.
All right.
Anyway, welcome back to the VIP Sports Podcast, coming live and direct from our new offices at VIP Sports here, sponsored by our boys over there at betonline.ag. April 26th, 2016, podcast 165.
Wow, where has time gone?
Ain't no surprise. Like I said, we got a great show for you today. Also, to start the show off, ladies and gentlemen, people wonder how we support a professional team. You know, people always ask, like, is Vegas going to support a team? Well, not only are we supporting the Knights beyond belief, not only have we taken the ticket sales from $300 to $3,500 behind the glass.
Good luck getting in.
Good luck getting in.
You got to have some paper to get in there tonight.
But a cool story came out. Everybody knows Oscar Goodman. His wife is our mayor now. Shout out to the Goodmans out there.
I love how they keep it in the family.
You got to keep. Well, listen. Even though Oscar is not the mayor no more, he's still tells her what to do.
Well, when the mayor of the city is the fucking attorney for the Godfathers, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? OG. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
If you guys don't know,
shout out to Oscar Goodman. If you don't know who he is, research that.
Shout out to Ross Goodman. That's our attorney. That's our family. Anyway, Goodmans are like family to us. We love them. Like I said, support them. But talk about support. Our fucking city today, the mayor came out and said there's a ban from wearing the color teal in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, the San Jose Sharks wear the color teal.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You tell me another motherfucking city or state that's backing up their team like that. You can't do this in my state. I doubt they can enforce it, but it was on the news. They said you cannot wear teal in Las Vegas. Or you're probably going to get a little ticket.
Oscar, another ticket? Fuck, man.
I don't think
I better make sure I don't wear teal.
But like I said, that just goes to show how much we support the fucking team. Oscar said nobody better be wearing no fucking teal. It's Vegas Knights, motherfucker, and let's go get this fucking money.
Game 1 tonight. San Jose Sharks come in to Las Vegas to take on the Knights. This is only the second or third time that 2 teams will meet in the second round after both teams have swept in the first round.
That is correct. However, during the season, we did put it to the Sharks and got the job done. So
absolutely.
And a lot of people, including yourself, don't think the Knights have a chance to win the Stanley Cup.
I didn't say they don't have a chance.
You just put a fucking $1,000.
I gave you 4-1. I got every other team, and I like my odds.
Well, that's obviously a good bet. Don't get me wrong. But before that, you insinuated they're not going to win, and that's why you wanted to make that bet.
There's a reason why they were 200-1. They've had a hell of a season, and yes, they are one of the top 5 teams in the league.
They had a hell of a season.
They've had a hell of a season, man.
People out there, including Skip, think it's going to end. It's not going to end.
It's history, man.
It is, and they're going to make history again when we win this second round against the Sharks.
This is going to be a great series, by the way.
And we're going to talk about that as well in the show. We'll break that game down a little bit more.
Let's get to it, because I do want to talk about it.
Good. Advertising opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, sports betting is about to be legal in the state of New Jersey here any day. Do you want to be my East Coast connection? I want everybody to know I'm opening a satellite office, just one, on the East Coast, whether it's New Jersey, New York. Do you want to be my partner? Do you want to make millions of dollars a year and be partnered up with me and get these inbound leads I create and be part of this $15 million a year business? Well, if you got an extra $500,000 or $1 million, direct message me and we can talk. I can't be on the East Coast too much, but like I said, we're thinking about Skip and I expanding out there to the East Coast because sports betting becoming legal. We're going to be making more money than we can handle. So we're going to need to do business. And I'm not talking about a college kid looking to get a loan, this, that, and the other. You businessmen out there, you fucking oil tycoons, you hedge fund, you guys that have a lot of money that are really intrigued with the business. Well, I'm not telling you to go open up one. You're going to have a chance to be my partner. So if you have a $500,000 or $1 million and you want to talk, do it quick because, like I said, we're going out to the East Coast. Also, if you're watching the podcast and you own a small business, you work at a company interested in get involved in the booming sports betting industry, send an email to advertising@VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you all the details, how to become a sponsor of our show. Like I said, Skip, today we're going to do a little recap of, the stats of the week. VIP Sports has been on fire. I mean, nobody can deny that. In the last 14 days, we're hitting 80%.
It's baseball season. It's a gold mine.
It's where all the fucking money's to be made.
Turning goldfish into sharks. Turning sharks into whales.
Goddamn right. Well, I don't know.
Shout out to my boy Richie Cannon.
Yeah, shout out. I don't, no sharks for this week, bro. It's all about them Knights.
Robbie Canyon. Sorry about that.
We're gonna talk some off the field news. Major League Baseball. We got to talk about it. Last week's weekend series that you discussed pretty much came down exactly what the fuck you said.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah, I guess it does. I mean, when we lose, it's by some bullshit. That's
we should just change the name of the company to Crystal Ball Sports.
I was thinking about that, or Balls on Your Bookie Chin Sports.
That too. Some kind of balls.
Oh, fuck. You want to get a hold of us, ladies and gentlemen? 877-220-6540. Remember, there's a lot of fraud going on right now. There's people emailing saying they're VIP Sports. There's people text messaging saying they're email VIP Sports. We don't text, we don't email, and if you guys are out there text messaging and emailing, you're not real sports consultants. You're telephone tough guys sitting behind a computer or a fucking telephone telling people a bunch of shit they don't want to hear. You have no talent, you have no connections, you're not a sports consultant, and you don't get money like me and Skip, so don't fool yourself. Only way you make money in this business is if you get on that telephone, people call you or you call people, you get a relationship with people, you win some games, you showcase your talent, and then you end up with a client for fucking life.
Yeah, it makes things a lot easier when you're winning games, that's for sure.
However, make sure you don't go for no fucking fraud, no text, no email. You want to make sure it's us, 877-220-6540. If you're looking for a free game, I'm in a good mood, go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettor. Small cock, big cock, whatever, we got you. We'll help your confidence. We'll, more importantly, help your bankroll. I mean, does your bank account have the flu? Is your checking account smaller than a mouse's pussy? We can definitely give you the solution. Huh, Skip?
Absolutely.
If you're watching our podcast on our channel, when you click or subscribe, make sure you also click that little bell right there so we can rock your bell. That way you'll get notifications to everything we do. I'm starting to do the Motivation 101 again. As you know, I'm doing Master Closer 101, a virtual training video that's going to be available so you guys can learn how to be the best salesman, phone salesman in the world directly from me. But more importantly, like I said, anything we come out with, Skip making a big bet, coming out the book, aren't you going to be doing a couple, like maybe what is the line, a couple breakdowns for the squares out there here pretty soon too?
Yeah, little sports betting 101 tips. Yep.
Next couple need to come from you, especially about fucking baseball. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Maybe you should do what is a trap? Because I think that might be one of the biggest things that people want to know about. You know what I mean? We want to welcome all the new listeners from around the world on Podcast One to the VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast. I couldn't be more excited to be bringing my life to VIP Sports and to be bringing it over there to Podcast One. The phone calls that we receive, the audience they have opened us up to. I mean, we've always been bigger than we thought. We were on TV. We had half a million viewers, and we rolled it over.
You've been on like 5 or 6 other podcasts on their network already.
Oh yeah, I was. So when they're putting you on, your commercials on Steve Austin and Adam Carolla and all these big boys and all their fantasy shit. I mean, it's just going to bring you lots of calls, and we appreciate them for exposing us to over what 8 to 10 million, or what is it?
Well, they have 8 to 10 million followers on our particular podcast.
They're exposing us to 8 to 10 million. It's just whoever wants to watch.
Yeah, the last time they actually looked at our numbers, I think it's still smoking.
Oh, it's going. It keeps going up. We're going to be at that 7 figures here real soon.
I've been waiting about 5 months for them to get back to me with the number.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
5 months ago, they said, Skip, I'll get back to you with that number.
Yeah, well, that's because the money's coming in.
Well, they know the number coming in every month.
Oh, yeah.
They know that fucking number.
Anyway, like I said, we're glad to be bringing you on the Podcast One Network into my life, a guy that bets big and lives larger in this billion-dollar sports betting industry. New episodes every Thursday on the Podcast One app, Apple Podcasts, or podcastone.com. If you're just listening to the podcast, you're not watching it, you're missing out on a lot. Make sure
Shame on you.
Make sure you go to the VIP Sports Podcast YouTube. That's where you can check us out. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, VIP Sports LV. You got to watch out for that too, because all these frauds out there have VIP Sports LV1, VIP Sports 2-3, blah, 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 blah. Motherfuckers are trying to fool you nonstop. And I'm actually impressed by it. Me and Skip talked about it. We got to be impressed by everyone wanting to be us. It means we're the biggest.
They sit around all day trying to figure out how they can sound like us. They make names that sound like our names.
Listen, I don't mean to call
God
people
bless
out,
you.
but Vegas Dave, dude.
God bless
Now
you.
that you can't buy views anymore on Instagram and you're not buying fucking likes, dude, your views are down to like 800 views per video. You think anyone wants to see a 5'2" gremlin on the beach talking about lifestyle? You should do a trust fund video. You don't know shit about sports. You don't know nothing, little dick. But I got to call you out because you know what? And we've traced them, and it's not a secret. Vegas Dave, stop waiting for every video and podcast that I put out so you can see guys that make a comment. Reverse search their phone number and call them and tell them your story because no one falls for your shit, dude. You know how embarrassing it is that you and your team are sitting there in your underwear because you don't have an office. You guys don't have salesmen. Guys, I don't know if you didn't know that. Vegas Dave don't have an office. He don't have any salesmen. He does all his work on his cell phone himself. He's a gump. He does no money, makes no money. But the point is, guys like him sit there, wait for a comment to come out, and then they track, trace, and get the guy on the phone. I mean, dude, you're not a sports consultant. You're a stalker. That's fucking embarrassing. Me and Skip are on the phone grinding all fucking day long, selling outbound, this, that, and the other, and you're not getting any money from our inbounds. Remember, they're calling me, following me, not you, little dick. You spend more money on Instagram than I do. If they wanted to call you, don't you think they'd call you? You paid to be everywhere. No one gives a fuck what you do. I guess you can't beat them, steal from them.
You can't beat them, fucking rob them.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Anyway.
Shout out to the troops out there. Shout out to all the armed forces on the Armed Forces Radio Network all around the world. Shout out to the military. God bless. Be safe. And we're always thinking about you. We'll get that in there real quick.
Shout out to Speary and Kenny out there doing burn room leads, $50 news, writing about $8,000 a week, talking about you're in competition with us.
And shout out to all the police officers out there keeping those streets safe.
I'll make more money in sponsors a week than you make a month. We won't even talk about the room that does $80,000. But anyway, Golden Knights. We got to talk about them. We got to represent. We're going to get into
Let's do it.
Mark Fleury, as you know, Skip, was brilliant in the first round. That motherfucker was taking more pucks off the chin and catching more motherfucking dates than a Vegas prostitute.
He only allowed 3 goals in the 4-game sweep in round 1 against the LA Kings.
My God.
In 4 games against the Kings in the first round, he's allowed 3 goals, people.
One of the great strengths the Golden Knights have. I mean, we have one of the baddest fucking goalies in the fucking business.
When you start a fucking team with Mark fucking Andre Fleury, that's a pretty good start. That's a pretty good base.
I wouldn't put down their offense because, as
I'm
you know,
just saying, that's a pretty good base.
But I'm saying, last time I checked, the last team that we just played had one of the baddest fucking goalies as well, and we scored on that motherfucker like it was no problem as well.
Well, I got news for you. The goalie for the Sharks, Martin Jones. Wow. He's only allowed 4 goals in their sweep against the Ducks in the first round. Jones is no joke. He's got the 3rd best save percentage of any goalie in the league that has at least 20 games of postseason action.
It's going to be tough.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
He's got the Sharks goalie, Jonesy, has got the 3rd best save percentage of any goalie that's got 20-plus games experience in the postseason. So we got 2 phenomenal goalies going at it here with the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Knights. Tonight is game 1. The Vegas Knights are minus 143, Steve, on the money line. Total on the game is 5, under minus 120.
Well, the Golden Knights forward group and its ability to come at an opponents in waves the way that they do throws them off balance. We're very fast, and they're fucking relentless, dude.
Incredibly fast.
We're looking to win without any, Smith, you got Jonathan out there. We're excellent against the Kings, combining for 5 assists.
The bottom line is the Kings have brought speed. You mentioned speed, right? The Kings have brought speed to this Western Division team in hockey. The Western Conference has always been a big conference. A lot of hitting, a lot of slower play. That's just how they've always played. Now Vegas is in the mix, and Vegas is big, and they're fast.
Yeah, they're really fast.
And they got a great goalie. So the rest of the Western Conference has had to adapt to the Vegas's type of play.
Look out.
If you want to beat them, you're going to have to knock them off their game. That's the bottom line.
We all know William Hill shitting in their fucking pants for all the bets they took in the beginning of the year, thinking that they had no shot. First of all, by posting a 200-1. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, are they nervous right now?
They're definitely nervous.
I'd have to guarantee that.
The sports books here in Vegas have taken an ass beating on the Las Vegas Knights all year. And
Yes,
if they do pull off the miracle and they win the Stanley Cup,
William Hill's fucked.
it's going to put. I mean, it's not going to put them in bankruptcy. It's definitely going to hurt. It's going to leave a mark.
The juice might be minus $1.20 starting right after that at the fucking book.
Yeah, exactly. All games at least $1.25 until we get our money back. So let's talk a little bit more about the game real quick. The San Jose Sharks have lost 5 out of their last 6 in the regular season heading into the playoff.
Right.
That's why it's not surprising they won the series against the Ducks, but the fact that they were coming into the playoffs only winning 1 out of their last 6 games in the regular season, and then they went in and played Anaheim in the first round and swept them, pretty impressive behind a great goalie, Jones. Their star center, Joe Thornton's going to be out for Game 1 tonight. That's not going to help the Sharks at all. So,
we'll see. It's going to be a great game. Las Vegas is going to be popping. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a very excited night out there. To all our locals out there and everybody out here, be safe, get fucked up, make sure you Uber home. I don't want you hurting yourself, and I sure as fuck don't want you hurting my family by driving drunk.
You ain't right. And Vegas Knights, unbelievable at home, as we know. 31-12 at home, Steve, here in Vegas.
You go against the Knights, you're insane.
It's hard to come into this town and beat the Knights.
Even though you might want to bend something over tonight, you might want to be thinking under. We'll leave it at that. VIP Sports Stat of the Week. For anyone who thinks they can outsmart the book on their own, Skip, let me tell you a few things that...
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, number 1. Number 2, if you don't have inside connections and you're not paying for things and working with high-end guys, you're never beating the spread. Good luck. Luck only goes so long. Non-extra innings. You and I talked about this. Let's go over this. Non-extra inning games, 152 overs, and 150 unders.
Well, what that means is the sports book has been right on the number when it comes to the over.
Right on the number? That's fucking insane.
Out of 300
bookmakers.
Out of 302 games that have been played so far, not counting extra inning games, out of 302 games that have gone 9 innings, period.
Normal legit games, no extra
innings. Only
innings.
a 2-game difference. Only 2 overs more than the unders. 152 overs, 150 unders. And what a sports book is trying to do, people, that's how they make their money.
Correct.
They don't give a fuck who you bet because they want 100 people on the over and 100 people on the under. They want even money because then they take their commission. They take the juice. They take the vigorish. They take their percentage. That's how the book makes money. They don't care if Steve wins and this guy loses. They'll pay him all day long. All they're trying to get is action on both sides of the game. That's how the book gets paid.
Period. Extra inning games, 18 overs and 18 unders.
Go figure, 50-50.
So bottom line on the total,
they've been right on the number.
They know exactly what the fuck they're talking about, which, like I said, from a sports betting perspective, looks like a lot of pushes, a lot of evens. There's not really a lot of money to be made, so you're going to really have to know what side to be betting at this point,
There's
Skip.
plenty of money to be made in the totals. You just need to know what the fuck you're doing.
Well,
if you're going to be out there throwing darts when the book is right on the number,
right,
and half the games are over, half the games are under, there's no real solid trend there unless you're following a particular team or a particular stadium, like I mentioned the other week.
And I'll give you a perfect example. Like Skip has talked down Cleveland in the past, and we've talked up the Dodgers. But for instance, our play of the game last night was Cleveland due to the fact that it was $1.25, $1.30.
Perfect revenge spot for them last night.
It was a perfect spot to bet Cleveland, and we made it a personal play and popped the motherfucker.
Yeah,
Real simple.
The Cubs, the last time they played in Cleveland, I mean, they beat them on their own field in the World Series, right?
Yes.
And then they come in Game 1, and the Cubs just gave them an ass fucking whooping. They just fucking pounded the Indians in Game 1 of that series.
So
last night was a revenge factor. Was a great play you came out with, minus the 120 or 125. We had 3 solo home runs in the game.
It went to 130 after we pounded it.
Yeah.
You know that.
Trevor Bauer held his own, and we got the W. Thanks again for that one, Steve.
Correct. And I'll say again, on podcast 163, you guys can call us out. Me and Skip have said this so many times. We forecall the future. In every one of our podcasts, we hit at least 80% with the games that we give you. We focus on certain games, and we pretty much tell you the future on what the fuck's going to happen. I'll tell you again, podcast 163, 58 minutes in, I said, Get out those Pelicans. They won 5 straight against the spread. They're on fire right now. Get on those Pelicans. Now, New Orleans is up to 9 straight wins against the spread. I told you Pelicans are delivering more than babies, didn't I? Didn't I say that?
That's exactly what you said.
Okay? They're got 9 wins against the spread. What else do you fucking want from me, dude?
Pelicans are not only delivering babies, you said, they're delivering winners.
And sure enough,
they're cashing tickets. 9 straight wins against the spread.
9 straight wins. They've covered all postseason games.
Wow.
Wake up, ladies and gentlemen.
Cha-ching.
You don't bet against some shit like that, is all I can fucking tell you.
What else did we say since the last podcast?
Well, we said the Yankees are trending to be going over lately, Skipper.
Yankee games over.
Guess what? Yankees went 4-1 over the last 5 games since we've had the podcast.
Go figure.
Yeah, no big deal. So 90% figure that we just gave you. Told you to take the Yankees over. Since our last podcast, I've had 5 games, 4-1.
There you go.
To the over.
What more do you need?
You don't need nothing. Let's do a little off the field brought to you by our boys over there at betonline.ag. Can you handle that for me, Skip?
Yeah, betonline.ag. It's one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account. Use the promo code all day. It's important to use that code, people. I know a lot of people get signed up. They forget to put in all day. If you don't put the promo code in there all day, you're not going to get recognized for your 50% bonus. There's a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With the management team over there at betonline.ag, they've been together since 1981. That's a long time.
Yes, it is.
1991. Betonline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sport and every event possible. Once you're in on the action, you'll see over there firsthand why betonline.ag, they're rated A+ for a reason. For a reason. They have the earliest opening odds in the business, the best live betting software in the business. Most importantly, they got fast payouts over there at betonline.ag. So make sure you put in the code all day, get your 50% sign-up welcome bonus, and start getting money because you can, people. You really can.
Well, I tell you what, it's official. We've covered this story with Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher for a long, long time.
Yes, we have.
We've labeled Derek Fisher the pussy crook, but I got to say, I think Derek Fisher actually found a pussy he's in love with. There's a reason.
Give me a fucking break.
He just can't leave this girl alone, dude.
He's a fucking player.
It's official. Derek Fisher got down on one knee during a small party at their Los Angeles area home and asked his girlfriend, Gloria Gavon, to marry him.
Oh, well, thank God. When you said he got down on his knees, I wasn't really sure what
you thought he was going to say.
I wasn't sure what you were going to say after that.
Anyway, so at least you know that, Barnes, you don't have to feel all that bad now. He just wasn't trying to fuck your bitch. He was in love with her.
Oh, hell yeah.
Listen, if you find something you love, you got to go get it. Don't you, Skip?
You got to at least take
I wish I could find something.
You got to at least take her car out in the freeway drunk and roll it a couple times.
If you find something that you're madly in love for, you find your soulmate, you got to fight for it and go get it, don't you?
Absolutely.
That motherfucker fought for her. Anyway, congratulations to you out there, bro. Just remember, sweetheart.
He's a pimp.
He's a pimp. And remember, Derek, she was fucking you when she was with him. So
boy.
If she fucked you, she'll also fuck the next guy. So be careful.
Boy.
You never know. Steve Stevens might be in a club sleeve. Oh, Gloria Gavant. End up in the fucking Rolls Royce getting a little fucking dome. You know what I mean?
Fuck no.
Don't think Gloria ain't popping somebody else's cock. I don't know.
If you can't trust him once, you certainly can't trust him twice.
If you can't trust him, marry him, huh? Fuck it.
Oh, fuck. If you can't trust him, marry him. What the fuck?
Yeah, you know what? She was with somebody else when you were fucking her. Now you want to marry her and don't think she'll fuck somebody else? If you don't trust him, marry him. That's the motto of the fucking...
Add into the equation, he's a player himself.
Yeah, but you know what?
Hey, she's got nice cars. She's got nice houses.
Hey, listen, Matt Barnes was an absolute gentleman. Yeah, she's got nice shit from Matt.
Yeah.
But Derek has some money, too. Matt Barnes has weighed in on the engagement saying he's happy for everybody involved.
I'm sure he is.
He said, I have 2 beautiful boys from my ex. He's focusing on co-parenting, which that part of it has to be very, very hard. I'll give you an example. Like, me and Kelly break up. All of a sudden, she was to be with some other guy with my 2 kids, vice versa.
Not cool.
Not cool at all, dude. I wouldn't do that shit. I mean, it'd take you can't, you break up, it's got to be a couple years. I don't know.
I wouldn't know,
That's
dude.
kind of rough, dude. I don't want that shit happening to me, dude. That's for goddamn
God
shit.
bless my wife. Same woman, 33 years, raised 2 beautiful kids. I didn't have to worry about it, Steve.
Barnes said his kids love Derek Fisher, so, it's true love. Let me ask you a question. Does this end the Derek Fisher saga, or do you think Fisher will strike again somehow, some way?
I think it's just starting. You kidding me?
He's just trying to handcuff her, put her on lockdown.
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck. But you know what? Fisher was running into a lot of pussy accidental by coaching and playing in the league. He's not in that circle no more. You know the motherfucker's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, yeah, at least.
But I'm saying he's not involved in any time. I don't think he's working right now. I think he's just fully retired, chilling. He's not on any NBA team coaching or nothing, is he?
I don't know.
No, I think he's out. But anyway, listen, we're going to take a little break. After the break, we're going to tell you how to get this fucking money, go over some Major League Baseball, and Big Skipper's going to run that promotion that you've been looking for right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper. We were discussing a little bit earlier about the Knights game. The Knights going to be in full effect. Oscar Goodman put a band on the color teal to represent our fucking team. Shows you how much our city's got our team's fucking back. Don't even wear the color green around this motherfucker. We talked about Derek Fisher getting on one knee, proposing to his girl, etc. Broke down the hockey game for you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about Major League Baseball. We're going to talk about marquee matchups you can make money on, what to look out for, what not to look out for. And like I said, Major League Weekend Series brought to you by our boys over there at paperhead.com. Are you ready to start your own business? Be your own boss. Put your money where your mouth is, which is best player management software in the business at paperhead.com.
Yep.
Built with its exclusive tools to start building a profitable online business, the know-how, and the premium service that comes with 20-plus years experience, paperhead.com is the solution for everyone looking at a piece of this billion-dollar industry. And right now, fans of the VIP Sports can get accredited up to 35% cash back with signups for the Paperhead Prime package. This offer is exclusive for anyone that calls 888-978-0288 today, and make sure you tell them Steve Stevens or the Big Skipper sent you. Fair enough?
Fair enough, my friend.
Now, let's get into a little Major League Baseball series. Like I said, I don't think we pounded it out enough. In the last 2 weeks, we're 14-2. Now, you find somebody else that's playing that type of serious percentages, let me know. We put our money where our mouth is. We ran a couple promotions. What did me and you discuss in the meeting earlier today?
We discussed
What I've done for my people.
Yeah.
What did we say?
Well, there's no one in the country doing better in baseball, and they never will be. Baseball is an absolute fucking gold mine. All we've been doing is cashing fucking tickets. We're on a hell of a run to start the opening month of the season. It's going to continue. I mean, I don't know what else to tell these people.
I'm going to tell you.
I don't know what you tell. I mean, last week I told them to call in, and I'd help them out.
Okay.
We had 91 guys calling here.
That's what
I couldn't even fucking handle it, to be honest with you. I had to pass some of the clients out to some of the other reps.
Yeah.
I mean, I had 91 people call in.
Oh, and if you're passing clients out?
Yeah, I don't do that.
They must. They got to be coming in by the fucking boatload.
I'm just handing money out.
No, Skip, what we talked about is I did shit that I've never done before. I ran a personal promotion with my personal plays.
Right.
Gave people the opportunity to deal with me personally.
Yes, you have.
I got on the phone, took care of a lot of people, made a lot of money. I actually got probably 30 solid fucking guys from that are making money. Only 4 or 5 of them robbed us.
Right.
And, you know, you can't hold those guys responsible for all the good shit that we're doing. But it's like I told you in the meeting. I took it, the weight on my back, gave them the personal plays, did my thing. I feel like you should give back and do the same thing. I'm not talking about run a call and pass them around. I want you to run a promotion where you're promising these people to work with them yourself.
If that's what you want, that's what I'll do.
Well, I'm just saying, you big guys out there, because this ain't for college kids. This is for guys that have money, that are established, that want to make money. Amateur sports bettors that don't know what they're doing, that want to learn. Guys that have been in the business forever, that are broke as fuck, that need help. What are you going to do, Skip?
Here's what I'll do. He wants me to work with you personally, then that's what I'll do. When the boss asks me to do something, I do it, within reason. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you an opportunity to work with the Big Skipper one-on-one for the next 4 days to finish out this wonderful, most profitable month of April 2018 that we've just had. It's been an amazing run in baseball. The first 30 days of the season, I've made more money in the last 30 days betting baseball than I've made the entire college basketball season. It's a freaking gold mine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the opportunity. Have you always wanted to work with the Big Skipper one-on-one? Call me directly Friday at 877-220-6540. We have a game that's going Friday afternoon. There's a series this weekend that we're real big on in baseball, okay? We already have the game circled. We got the pitching matchup that we're looking for. The game's going to be played on the right field. The umpire rotation's going to play right into our hands in this game. It's going to be the single largest wager that we make on a baseball game the entire month of April. It's our Major League Baseball game of the month. Goes this Friday night. 877-220-6540. Give me a call. I'll work with you one-on-one for the next 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, to finish out the month. I'll do all that for a $100 bill.
And you're throwing in my personal six-figure game?
Listen, I'm going to give you the Major League Baseball game of the month this Friday. It's the largest bet that he's going to make on a baseball game the entire fucking month of April since the season started.
100 racks. Actually, it's going to be 130,000, win 100.
Major League Baseball game of the month this Friday night. 877-220-6540. Call Friday so you don't miss the game. You'll get the Major League Baseball game of the month. You'll get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll finish out this month of April for a $100 bill.
Unbelievable.
And I'll work with you personally. Don't be foolish.
Guys,
Give me a call.
Go get your money. And like I said, then after that, you'll work your way up to coming into town, having a couple drinks, and going to the next level.
You ain't lying.
Let's get into some Major League Baseball. What's hot, what's not, what everybody likes, Skip. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're not like these other shows that break down every fucking team and then put clips up of the right stuff that we say. We only break down certain teams. We tell you what teams to stay away from, what teams to get on, what teams are trending. Remember, baseball is all about streaks, and we're not talking about your underwear or your windows on your car. You know what I mean? So let's get right into, I'll start off with who's not, if you don't mind, Skip.
Go ahead.
Obviously, the Philadelphia Phillies are hot as a fucking pistol out there right now.
They've been on fire, except for right now. They're getting their ass pounded by the Diamondbacks.
Oh, yeah, right now they are. But it doesn't matter. 10-2 over the last 12 fucking games.
Absolutely on fire. The Phillies have been one of the hottest teams in baseball.
Yes, they have.
If the season stopped right now, thank you for bringing up the Phillies. If you know that's my team.
Look, everybody knows.
If the season ended right now, my friend, the Phillies have the third best record in the National
You'd be
League.
in playoff position all day.
They'd be a fucking wild card team right now.
Oh,
Listen, they're playing phenomenal, and they're going to continue to win. Their pitching's been doing extremely well, and our offense has been above average, way above what we've expected, and it's only going to get better. Philly's been red hot. They are getting pounded today as we speak by the Diamondbacks.
But when you have a 10-2 record over the last 12 games and you lose one, who cares?
Yeah, who
There's
cares?
not a top team out there that's not losing every 4 days.
Absolutely fucking on fire.
So, I mean, that's pretty much how it is. Milwaukee Brewers, 8-0.
8 straight winners. The Brewers are hot as fuck.
Going against the Chicago Cubs today, Cubs are laying $1.50. That is a scary game right there, my friend.
Yes, it is. Speaking of a trap, my friend.
Well, yeah. And
You want to discuss a trap? That's a trap.
that no doubt about it.
Milwaukee Brewers are a dog on the road in Chicago against the National League Central division rival Chicago Cubs. The Brewers have won 8 fucking straight games in a row, and they're plus 130.
What they're trying to do is scare you not to bet Milwaukee.
After the Cubs just came in off a road series against The Cleveland Indians.
Yeah,
They
and
got
lost.
their ass beat yesterday.
Yeah.
They're back home. They had to fly back home.
Going against the hottest team in
Going
the
against the
spread.
fucking second hottest team in baseball right now. And the Brewers, winners of 8 straight in a row, are plus 130 tonight.
And the odds makers put the line out at 140.
They are trapping.
Hold on. Switched it to 150 like hella people are betting it. What they're trying to do right there is take a person that was going to bet Milwaukee no matter what and scare you to have you think something is wrong with the game.
Right.
So, anyway, Yankees. I've said you got to watch them. We said the over, but once again, 5-0 against the spread in their last 5
straight
games.
winners, right.
Yes, they have. I'll tell you who else is 5 straight winners. Team that I don't like, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay sucks.
Yeah, but 5
They've
straight
won 5
winners.
in a row. They're hot.
Baseballs are streaks, right,
Yes,
Skip?
it is.
All right, why don't you tell me who's not hot? So hold on.
Baseball, I'm glad you brought that up because I mentioned this to the folks before. Baseball is the most consistent sport out of any sport, period. They play 162 fucking games. They're playing every goddamn day, okay? And you're going to get these teams that run on streaks, whether they're on a winning streak or a losing streak, whether they're hot at home or cold at home, hot on the road, cold on the road. There's a lot of streaks in baseball, and that's how you make your money. When you pick your spots on those streaks, it's a gold mine. Give me a call this weekend, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. We'll start you off on Friday with that Major League game of the month.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, teams that are hot as a pistol right now, Philadelphia Phillies, Milwaukee Brewers, the New York Yankees, and Tampa Bay.
Right.
Skip, on the other side of the token, who do these guys need to stay away from? These are the teams. Give me some teams that'll put these people in foreclosure.
The Minnesota Twins, losing some ground in the Central and the American League. They've lost 6 straight games. Shame on you, Minnesota.
You know, shit, especially with your talent. Fucking ridiculous.
Baltimore. Wow, one of my sleepers in the American League. Baltimore, along with the Angels. Baltimore. They've only won 1 out of their
I was just going to say, didn't they lose 10 out of 10? Or?
No, they've won 1 out of their last 10 games.
Oh, my God.
Baltimore, what is going on over there?
They got talent there, too.
I mean, Buck Showalter, second best manager in baseball, in my humble opinion. Come on, Buck. Let's turn this fucking team around. Your pitching sucks, and you can't find your offense.
No shit.
Well, I mean, come on, guys. Your pitchers couldn't find the fucking plate at a buffet line. What the hell is going on over there?
Unbelievable.
Terrible.
Bring some people up or do something. Get one guy that can hype your fucking team up. Do something.
You know who else is cold as ice? White Sox.
Oh,
They've won.
Cold as ice.
Not only is it cold in Chicago,
but it's cold
boy,
on the field, too.
This team's got some power. I thought they were going to be able to put up more runs than they have. Speaking of a team whose pitching is fucking horrendous, the White Sox, 1 win out of their last 10 games. Baltimore, 1 win out of their last 10 games. The Twins have lost 6 in a row. Listen, people, it's all about streaks in baseball and picking the right spots in the right ballpark with the right weather conditions, with the right umpire rotation. And I'm the guy for you. He's the guy for you. It's a gold mine. Give me a call. I'm getting excited. The hairs on my arms are standing up again.
It's just like he said, it's a little bit different than a guy sitting around in his underwear looking at scoresandodds.com for fucking some games to win. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're looking for stats or algorithms or what's all this shit these guys, I have a baseball system, these fucking nuts,
keep
dude.
looking.
If you ain't hooked up and connected in the circle, dealing with players, coaches, CEOs, and the guys that make the fucking line. Remember, 3rd generation born and raised in Las Vegas. The line is made here in Vegas, period, which sets the tone for every bear. Even when New Jersey becomes legal and all these other states, the Mecca will always be Las Vegas, Nevada.
You ain't lying. And you don't need a slide rule. You don't need an abacus to figure this the fuck out.
No.
Just give me a call. I've got the formula. It's all figured out for you. Give me a call, and you'll make money. I promise you, I'll make you a fortune betting baseball.
Do not fuck with the Twins. Do not fuck with Baltimore. Do
not
not fuck with the
White Sox.
Chicago White Sox.
Horrible.
At all. Now, let's talk about some teams. Remember when Skip and I told you have to pick your spots? Certain teams are good.
Right.
And by picking your spots, the first thing you should know is who wins at home and who wins on the road, right?
Right.
So, Skip, why don't you tell me off bat, being the pro with all this shit.
Well, once again,
who's the best teams at home?
The Phillies, 10-2 at home.
Yes,
They're
sir.
losing right now. They're going to be 10-3. As you mentioned before, they're one of the hottest teams in baseball. They've won 10 out of the last 13 or 10 out of the last 14. They're one of the hottest teams at home.
Correct.
Had they won the first game in the Arizona series, they would have set a franchise record for the best start of a season at home.
That's funny you say that because I know as a fact Arizona is one of the best teams at home as well. I think they're 9-3, I think, at home.
Arizona,
and one of them losses was the Philly.
Arizona's playing well overall. Arizona 9-3 at home. Atlanta Braves are 8-4 at home. They're winning 67% of their games at home.
That's a perfect example.
Three hottest teams at home: Philly, Arizona, and Atlanta.
But Atlanta's a team that
Those are in the National League.
Yeah, in the National. You
Right.
would. We'll go to American in a second, but I'm saying Atlanta's not a team that you would have on your ticket a lot. It's not a big money team. However,
I told people to watch out for Atlanta week 1 of the season. I told you you're going to be able to find your spots with this team.
well, right. It says right here, 67% when you bet them at home.
Yeah,
so there's your spot right there.
Absolutely.
60.
They compete. I mean, this team doesn't give up. They actually compete every day.
American League, no secret. Boston is a fucking beast at home.
They're a beast overall. They look phenomenal to start the season.
What are they at home?
Nobody's looked better than the Red Sox the first month of the season.
Oh, if the season, season ends today, they win the World Series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
Even though they got no hit in Oakland, which was amazing. Okay, congratulations to Sean Manaea, by the way.
Yeah, to shut them motherfuckers down is fucking amazing.
When you hit the fucking Boston Red Sox.
God damn.
I mean, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to do it. I mean, to that team, that's definitely going up in your fucking.
Congratulations. But the best record in baseball, Boston Red Sox, 8-1 at home. The Yankees are 10-5 at home, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Another team, 67% success rate at Yankee Stadium.
Yes, they are.
And the Toronto Blue Jays, 8-4 at home at Rogers Center up there in Toronto. And they're playing above where I thought they'd be after the first month of the season. Right. Toronto's playing very well. Keep your eyes on Toronto, especially when they're at home, where they're 67% winners.
Yeah, well, like I said, and that's that. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, best teams at home, Phillies, we said Atlanta, Arizona, Boston, Yankees, and Toronto.
Correct.
So those are the teams that get the money at home. Those are the teams that, do the job done. So looking at my salesman, they left, when I'm not here, nothing happens. Yesterday, they left at 3 o'clock. I had a little appointment to go to at 3, came back, the whole room was gone, all 26 guys. Because you know that you had to go to your 2-day thing with your kid or whatever. Yeah. But we'll talk about it.
We'll get that straight.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to have
Hey, you want me to straighten out that ticket? You make sure that shit don't ever happen again.
We're on the same page.
All right, brother. Now, let's talk about road teams that are going off as well.
All right.
National League. These are teams that win on the road, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets, because I've made a lot of money on the Mets on the road, 8-3 in their last 11 games.
Absolutely. We just told you about the top teams in the National League and American League at home. Now we're going to tell you about the best teams that are winning on the road.
Correct.
And as we've always said here on the VIP Sports Podcast,
if you can't win on the road,
you're not going to get to the postseason.
You can't win the World Series or make the playoffs.
You can't make it to the playoffs. You can't win a championship if you can't win on the road, and I don't care what sport it is. All right? The best road teams, National League, you said the Mets, 8-3.
I know as a fact because we've been making money on them, and I've been betting them on the road. Who else?
Brewers, the red-hot Brewers, who have won 8 in a row.
At home.
They're 8-3 this year so far at home.
Yeah. And on the road, you mean on the road they're 8-3 at home?
I'm sorry, on the road, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a team that can win at home and on the road.
Best teams in the National League on the road. The Mets 8-3, the Brewers 8-3.
Correct.
And a team you might not.
I was just going to say the same thing. A team that you should never bet because they're fucking unreliable. But if you bet them on the road. St. Louis Cardinals.
8-4. The Cardinals travel well. 8-4 on the road.
Yeah, yes, they do. American League, some of the teams that travel, it's no secret. Boston is going to be right there. They win at home or on the road.
It don't matter where the fuck they are. They just win.
And your Angels that have came out very, very strong. I actually like the Angels right now.
The Angels are 11-2 on the road to start the season.
Yes, they are.
11-2. Hats off to Mike Sosa. You're horrible. You're one of the worst managers in the league, if not the worst. And hey, listen, I said the Angels were going to make the postseason this year. I picked them as my wild card team. I like the way they started. They're gelling over there.
Yeah.
11-2 on the road, the Angels. And you got the Red Sox and the Astros, both 10-4, best road teams in the American League. Boston, Houston, and the Angels. And guess what? All 3 of those teams will be in the postseason.
And guys,
if you can win on the road, you'll be in the postseason. Didn't we just say that?
Nonstop. It's simple information that nobody follows. If you're going to bet sports and you're going to bet certain teams, know when they fucking win. Ladies and gentlemen, teams that win on the road, the Mets, the Brewers, the Cardinals, Boston, Houston, Angels. Real fucking simple. This information, guys, you're not doing on your own. You got to focus. If you're working hard to make your money, make sure you don't fuck it off and just throw darts. Know what the fuck you're doing. Give me a call. One call, that's all. All right, what else you want to talk about? Let's talk about some frauds. Speaking of Chris Barr and fucking Vegas Dave and all these little guys. Speaking of frauds, why don't we talk about who has the worst fucking home team trends
All right.
in the fucking.
We just told you who was playing well at home, who's playing well on the road. Now we're going to tell you who's terrible at home. The worst home teams in the National League, Steve. Let them know.
These are teams that I don't want you to bet at all at home. San Diego, it's embarrassing, dude. San
Disgusting.
Diego, 4-10 in their last 14 games at home.
They've played 14 games in that beautiful Petco Park
At home.
at San Diego and have only come up with 4 wins out of 14 home games at Petco.
Miami.
Shame on you, San Diego.
Best weather you could possibly fucking imagine. People come to your game at home. You play at home. You're with your wives. 3-9.
3-9 at home the year to start this. Well, the Marlins are just horrendous.
They're fucking terrible. I can't stand them at
They've
all.
been able to handle the fucking Dodgers, though, out here on the West Coast the last couple days.
Yes, they have.
Kershaw minus 410. Shame on you.
Oh, my God.
Shame on you.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Shame on you, Dodgers.
Oh, my God. Cincy, 3-8
God.
at home.
Worst team in baseball.
Yeah, let's move to the other side. Kansas City, this is the biggest disappointment.
Listen to this, people.
1-9 at home. They've won one
Wow.
fucking game at home out of 10. Fucking Bad News Bears did better than that, bro.
A beautiful park there in Kansas City.
It really is.
Kauffman Stadium, right off the I-70. Been there several times. 1-9. Listen, the fans are getting a little restless over there. They got some of the best fans in baseball in Kansas City, and I got to tell you, brother.
You go from the World Series to this in 4 or 5 years. It's
Wow.
embarrassing.
1-9 at home to start the season, the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, and another team that you don't trust at home is Texas or the Chicago White Sox.
Right.
Just write this down, ladies and gentlemen. We can't give you too fucking much information because, like I said,
It's information overload. They'll blow up. Their brain will just blow the fuck
they
up.
can't figure it out. But anyway, teams that suck at home that you don't want to bet at home: San Diego, Miami, Cincy, Kansas City, Texas, and the White Sox.
White Sox 2-10 at home. Texas 4-12 at home. These teams are fucking horrendous.
Teams I don't want you guys to bet on the road. I'll just go over it. Cincy, Miami, Baltimore, or KC.
They're the same shit teams, basically.
You're pretty much the end of.
If you can't win at home, chances are you're not going to win on the road.
And if you're not winning on the road, keep them off your ticket because this show's all about sports betting, and they will put you in the fucking poorhouse.
Cincinnati, Miami, Baltimore, Kansas City. I mean, come on, bro. Don't even put them on your fucking ticket.
Now, Skip, the only thing that I want to get into right now is a little bit of the Major League Weekend Series.
Okay,
Last week, I asked you a couple weekend series that you enjoyed.
Right.
What games were you looking forward to? Give me a couple breakdowns for the people. What games to focus in on for this weekend, and who they should be looking to take. And then let me get into a little basketball.
All right. Well, make it real quick because we got to get going. You said these guys out here weren't working yesterday. I got to fucking straighten that the fuck out. I got to get my sales.
Oh, I'm walking out for that because I know you're going crazy.
I got to get my sales crew back in the fucking mix here.
All right.
Fucking embarrassed now.
It's all right.
The Diamondbacks are in Washington to take on the Nationals this weekend. This is one of the best series of the weekend. I'll be keeping a close eye on this. The Diamondbacks, 16-7. They're up 3.5 games in the National League West. This is a team that I said was going to be in the basement. I don't like admitting when. I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. I'm not going to say I'm totally wrong yet. Okay. However, they are playing way better than I thought, and I will tell you this: the problem with the Diamondbacks, people, they're not going to be able to keep up with this 4-man rotation. I may have put a curse on them 2 weeks ago when I said, "Hey, listen, if anybody gets hurt in that rotation, all it takes is an injury or two, and it'll turn the whole fucking team around." Well, right after I said that, Taijuan Walker. He's done. He's out. Tommy John surgery. I'm just telling you, the 4-man rotation for the Diamondbacks, listen to this. Zach Greinke, 2-2 with a 4.8 ERA. Robbie Ray with a 5.1 ERA. These are starters, okay? Starters. Your 2 top dogs. Greinke, 4.8 ERA. Robbie Ray, 5.1. Patrick Corbin, absolute beast, 4-0, 1.9. And Zach Godley, a 3.1. If you take their starting pitching, Steve, they have a combined 4.3 ERA. You're not going to win fucking divisions, and you're not going to get to the postseason when your fucking ace has got a 5.1 ERA, okay? So, yes, they've been playing phenomenal.
When your ace has a dick in his face. Yeah, he's...
They've been playing phenomenal. They're 8-4 on the road. They're crushing the Phillies right now as we speak. Listen, I'm just telling you, despite the very high ERA, with the Diamondbacks, for some reason, this team is 6-3 to the under their last 9 games. So you would think if a starting rotation has an ERA, a combined ERA of 4.3, 4.4, you would think those games would be overs, right? Especially the way the Diamondbacks have been hitting the ball. Not the case. 6 out of their last 9 games have been unders, okay? So be very careful. And the reason for that is when Patrick Corbin pitches and Zach Godley, the games are normally under.
So should they look at the total or the side in that game?
There should be some total plays in this series. The Washington Nationals at home, only 3-7 this year at home. Here's a team I picked to win it all, and I got to tell you, they've been playing like shit.
Well, they got the best player in baseball, straight from Sin City.
You ain't lying. 11-14, they're 4 games back in the East. They've only won 7 out of their last 20 games, Steve. They've only won once in the last 4 games. Nationals are in big trouble. They just don't seem to be able to hit the ball. They're going to have to get this offense back in order. Out of the last 5 games, 4 games have been unders. Okay? Are you getting a trend? Arizona 6-3 to the under their last 9 games, despite that high ERA of the starting pitching.
I think they can figure that out.
The Nationals 4-1 to the under their last 5 games. I still love this staff for the Washington Nationals. You got Scherzer, you got Strasburg, you got Gio Gonzalez, you got Tanner Roark, who is probably the weakest link, and then they picked up my boy Jeremy Hellickson, who had a real nice start his first call-up. So watch out for the Diamondbacks and the Nationals at National Park this weekend. I'm going to say there's going to be a few unders in that series, my friend.
Beautiful. So be looking for that matchup, like Skip said. Look for the total on that game. More importantly, they're not scoring a lot of runs, and that's pretty much the weekend matchup that you're looking forward to.
That's a big one. The Yankees are playing the Angels out here on the West Coast this weekend.
Yeah, that should be a good game as well.
I'm sure
that'll be more of a TV watch game than.
Well, I'm sure Mark D and you will head out to one of those games this weekend.
No, it's his girl's birthday, but we'll be watching that motherfucker for sure.
All right. Well, the Yankees at the Anaheim Angels out here on the West Coast. Also, as we mentioned earlier, big showdown in the National League Central. The Brewers in Chicago to take on the Cubs. That's a huge series this weekend in the Windy City, Steve. You want to talk about a little hoops and then get the fuck out of here? What
Yes,
do you
I
want to
do. I'm going to get
Hey,
into
give me a call, people, before he goes into his basketball. Give me a call. I don't know what else to tell you. National League Game of the Month this Friday.
Yeah, getting $2,500 value for a $100 bill, and Skip's going to hand walk you through it.
Absolutely. I'm going to work with you for the rest of the month. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, including jump-starting your bankroll for the weekend with that Major League Baseball Game of the Month goes this Friday. Give me a call, people. It's a $100 bill.
And then with that money they make from there at the end of the month, they'll drop you a few wow for the next couple weeks, and you'll make them another $10, $20.
I'll make you enough money this weekend. You'll sign up for May, and we're going to start a beautiful, profitable relationship together. Let's get it started.
NBA playoffs brought to you by BetDSI.com. Operating for more than 20 years, BetDSI.com is an A-plus rated. Offers fast payment winnings with odds on all sports and global events. From the player who demands it all, including office pools, poker room, horse wagering, skill games, to the well-better that needs a no-nonsense high-limit sportsbook. BetDSI.com is your perfect choice. If you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com. Use the promotional code CHEDDAR. Just like the cheese, use the promotional code CHEDDAR to get $25 wager on the house and a 200% bonus on your first deposit. That's a promotional code CHEDDAR. BetDSI.com, where it's only a game till you bet it. Friday night, Cleveland Cavaliers against Pacers, Game 6. Cavs are up 3-2.
LeBron with the buzzer shot.
LeBron with the buzzer
game,
shot. LeBron is definitely carrying this team right now. I don't see Cleveland with enough to win it all. But on the other side of the token, not every team is looking good. It seems like these teams aren't as good as they were last year.
The Sixers are looking good.
Well, and you'll have to look out for Golden State. They'll start looking some good as well. Yeah, Philly seems to be hot. Can they continue that and keep going?
Yes, they can. Philly at home's been a covering machine, right?
Yeah, well, let me just give you some stats if you want to talk about totals also, okay?
Let's do it.
Cleveland Cavaliers, since we're talking about Cleveland. Cleveland, 6 straight unders.
There you go. There's another little nugget for you.
So basically the entire playoffs, 6 straight unders. If you're betting Cleveland under, you're getting fucking paid. Let's talk about Indiana. 6 straight unders. If you're betting the Indiana Pacers, you had 6 straight unders. 4-1 against the spread in the series. LeBron James treated fans to a 44-point, 10-rebound, 8-assist game and a buzzer-beating three-pointer to win the fucking game like a true beast. But James and the Cavs failed to cover the 6.5-point spread.
As I always say, after the but comes the shit. They
correct.
win the game, but they don't cover.
Correct.
Great teams, good teams win. Great teams cover.
And at this
How
time,
long have we been telling people not to bet the Cavaliers? For 3 fucking years now?
At minimum. We said it's
Once again, they don't cover.
They win. They're beautiful, but they're terrible for sports betting.
It's a one-man
This is
show.
a sports betting fucking show. If you live in Cleveland, you're excited. If you're in Vegas betting them, you're fucked. So, like I said, once again, they're winning, but they're not covering. Let's talk about a little Toronto versus the Washington Wizards, Game 6. Raptors are up 3-2 right now.
Right.
Series 3 overs, 2 unders. So the over-unders have been pretty much, even.
Split.
The total, if you're betting totals, it depends. Unless you're picking your spot when to bet your over or when to bet your under. Because, even though there's been 3 overs and 2 unders, if you know how to pick your spot, you could be 3-0 with the overs.
Absolutely.
Wizards, 2-0 against the spread at home in this series.
So if you're going to bet the Wizards, you bet them when they're at home.
That is correct, which you would already have to get.
Which will be Friday night.
Which will be Friday night for sure.
There's another nugget for you.
Thunder at Jazz. Yeah, just get. I mean, and that's
Just
how
write-
I
just
feel
write
too.
this shit down.
That's how I feel too, man. Thunder at the Jazz. Game number 6. Jazz up 3-2. Oklahoma City. I'll say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. They're soft. They're not the team they once were. They don't look like they got the eye of the tiger. Westbrook does his thing. They ball a little bit, but just not a team I see in advancing. And I don't know, man. The Jazz is putting it to them. The Jazzes aren't that good either.
Well, they could put them away Friday night because they're at home, and the Jazz are 2-0 at home against the spread
I'll tell
in
you-
the series.
I'll tell you-
Another team that covers at home.
Whoever wins out of the Thunder and the Jazz will lose in the next series. You can write that down and circle it, okay? Let's move over to Saturday. You got Milwaukee taking on Boston, Game 7, if necessary. The Pelicans at Golden State, Game number 1. Now, we're talking about the Pelicans winning 9 straight games against the spread, going against Golden State, a team that does not cover the spread.
Hardly ever covers.
Hardly ever throughout the year. In the first half of the season, Golden State and Cleveland were the 2 worst teams against the spread.
Right.
Real fucking simple.
So you got the Pelicans who don't only deliver babies.
Yeah, but they deliver fucking winners.
They deliver winners against the spread. Playing Golden State Game 1 on Saturday, a team that hardly ever covers. There's another nugget for you.
Here's what we're going to tell you about that before we go. Everybody from Golden State, they have a big fan base. They have a lot of people. Just don't bet your team. Go to the game. Hopefully they win and put a play on the total because that's the only place you should be placing any fucking money on that game is the fucking total. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up the show. We told you who's hot. We told you who's not. We told you who's good at home. We told you who's good at the road. And we told you how to get fucking money. Skip ran a $99 promotion. If you don't call him up with a $100 bill, get involved in our program. You guys out there that want to be me, fuck trying to be me. You want to partner up with me? Come up with between $500,000 and $1 million. Give me a call. I'm opening up on the East Coast, and we're about to get fucking paid. You want to be my partner and make an extra $4 or $5 million a year? Let me know. Also, I'm doing my Motivation 101 videos again to bring back everybody's sales skill. I win more games than ever, but once again, if my room didn't have top-notch salesmen, if I wasn't teaching them to be the best, you could have all the games in the world, but if you have no one to give them to, your games don't mean a fucking thing.
Amen,
So
brother.
you have to be a tremendous salesman to get people to listen to you, to give them a chance for you to showcase your talent. Takes a lot of skill to take a guy that's been burned before, turn him around, get him to listen to you, get him to give you money up front, and then, showcase your talent and make him money. It takes a real, true champion and a master closer to do that. And that's what I want to tell you people out there. No matter what you do at your sales job, stay focused. Make sure that you eat your food before you come to work. If you have a flat tire or your girlfriend has a flat tire on the way to work, the last thing your boss wants to see is you starting off the first hour of your shift calling Big O Tire looking for a tire for your fucking wife. When you walk into that sales fucking job, you turn into a fucking beast. You transform into an alter ego, a guy that doesn't take no for an answer, a guy that wants to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Focus on you. Don't worry about the guy next to you and what the fuck he's doing. If you're mental clarity and you're doing your job the right way, you're putting so much focus on being the best you can be, you don't even have time to look what somebody else is doing.
I got a fucking speeding ticket and still made it on time.
You're motherfucking right. So, like I said, guys, if you're serious about your craft and you want to be the best, leave your problems at the door, learn from the best, you mimic that guy in your business who the best is until you get to his level, and then you surpass him. Remember, there's a big difference between a poser and a fucking closer. I don't want you to be a fucking poser.
Amen.
Master Closer 101 coming soon. Listen, we love you guys. Playoffs are in full effect. Golden Knights, go get that fucking money tonight, guys. Go beat down them motherfucking Sharks. Because at the end of the day, we're winning the Stanley motherfucking Cup. Behalf of VIP Sports and myself, we love you. All my born and raised people out there in Vegas, we love you. And everybody supports us. We love you. But remember, don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. Fuck 'em. I don't even rap, but we had to do this for him anyway, Dirt. Fuck 'em. Number one documented company in the motherfucking world, huh? Yeah, I'm right here, Dirt. Hustler, Bookie Killer, my money long. Now I'm legit, but I used to get my money wrong. I used to pimp, jack fools to get guap. So last thing I sweat, some sucker punk cop. Ride like a boss when I'm in the ghost. You run up on it, another head of smoke. Came from the bottom and found a way out. Bet sports ain't never gonna play out. 10 grand to lose, 20 to gain. In my brain, my game's stronger than cocaine. Gotta get paid tonight, you motherfucking right. Play with my money, you're playing with your motherfucking life. White, rich, and hard, new reality star. 19, I had a $100,000 car. Fuck your bookie, I'm taking them all down. Kiss my ass, twist the cap off the crown. Cause I ain't trying to take no shorts. I'm CEO.